Hi, Jake. Congratulations on getting picked.
Hi, thank you so much.
Okay, so you're a draft eligible player in the Western Hockey League that played about a third of the games you'd usually play under very unusual circumstances. What was it like for you trying to impress the scouts and have a good season under those circumstances?
Yeah, for me, I think we're pretty aware by the end of the summer what our season was going to look like. We had really good communication with Brandon, which thankfully allowed me to stay focused. And I was practicing with the Chilliwack Chiefs Junior A team out here, where close to my hometown of Abbotsford. And yeah, they pretty much were communicating with Brandon, allowing me to be on the ice as much as I could. And when I got to Brandon, it was all go ahead. Had the guys around me support me and really kind of handle my stress a bit with the draft. And I had the best guys around me in Brandon, and I can't say enough about the coaching staff and team there that supported me through this journey and for my first few years in Brandon.
So I'll ask you this one: how would you describe yourself as a player, and what are the next steps for you? That if we talked maybe a year from now, you were to say like, "Oh yeah, I really improved in that area."
Yeah, for sure. I am definitely a two-way forward with offensive upside. I'm a playmaking guy, and I like to play with shooters. I feel I have a good sense of vision and passing ability. As I continue to kind of grow into my frame, I've put on a couple pounds here since the end of the season, and maybe what Central Scouting had me weighing in at. So I'd like to continue to work my power forward game, improve my skating and my physical play in the next coming season here, and hopefully find improvement there and keep working till I'm comfortable where my game's at, and gives me the best opportunity to make the jump to the National Hockey League.
Who's a player or two you grew up watching and have said, "I really like that guy," or "I'd love to be like that guy"?
Yeah, I love to pull pieces of Elias Lindholm's game. I feel he's really good, has some of the best vision in the league, and he's a guy that I think can create offensive chances for his teammates, but doesn't shy away from scoring the goals either. He takes care of both his ends well, and I mean, every given night he's one of the hardest working guys on the ice, and that's something that I strive to be.
Given the whole interview process, I mean, did you get the sense the Oilers were very interested, moderately interested? I mean, did you think maybe they were leaning towards grabbing you if they could?
Yeah, you know what? I felt a couple teams, Oilers being one of them. I had an eye on for a possibility of ending up there. Obviously, just some great talks with them, and through the whole process, there was a couple teams that had interest of maybe a bit more than others, and I was always comfortable and talking to the Oilers and confident with what they thought of me. And it's just a huge honor to be given that opportunity. And there's a lot of kids out there who would love to go through the same thing that I'm going through right now. So I never take it for granted. And I'm just so happy and honored to be selected by the Oilers.
Well, congratulations. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Next question, Daniel Nugent-Bowman, The Athletic.
Hey, Jake, you mentioned Elias Lindholm there, rather. Does that mean you were a Flames fan growing up?
You know what? No, wasn't a Flames fan. I mean, pretty biased towards Vancouver here, being a BC kid. But I got to see a lot of Oilers, Flames, Canucks just through their rivalry and through their geographical location. It kind of just allowed me to watch a lot of their hockey. And from a young age, I always loved watching players rather more than teams. So I feel that that's definitely helped me in improvement of my game. And it's something that is, I love to watch the game and be a student of the game. And watching a guy like Lindholm was always intriguing and always fascinated me.
I just wonder, from your perspective, was there a lot of like anxiety this year? Just that, given you said you kind of had a rough idea of how the year might shake down, but you're playing games in the 20s rather than 60s and long playoff runs, etc. Right? So the thought that maybe games mean more, individual games, and you're not sure if the season, could get pulled or whatever, right? Was there a little bit more anxiety this year in trying to do well?
Yeah, you know what? Every guy that hockey or not, just in life, a lot of guys and people were faced with a lot of adversity through this year, and it's something. Yeah, I think I definitely leaned on my teammates a lot, and they helped me. They helped me a lot as well as I helped them. So with the season happening, I know it eased a lot of those problems, and it made a lot of guys more happy. But I think it's just another piece of adversity that a lot of young athletes go through, and getting through this process as a whole was a big stepping stone. And I'm just glad to be kind of through it now in a sense, and keep looking upwards towards what next season's going to bring.
What's the next kind of progression in your game? Do you feel as you head back presumably to the WHL next year?
Yeah, I definitely want to improve my skating. I feel like that's going to be something that can allow me to be a more dominant force in the league. Excited to get back there with the guys and continue where we left off. I feel that 2 years now, we've kind of been on the short end of the stick with a playoff run, two top teams in the league both years. So we have a pretty similar group coming in next year. A lot of guys are willing to buy into the system, and I'm just excited to get back with them and show what we can do as a whole and make some noise in the league.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question, Paul Gazzola, Oilers TV.
Congratulations, Jake. I understand your uncle won a Stanley Cup in '99 with the Stars. Just wondering if that family pedigree helped you at all with this process.
Yeah, for sure. Uncle Doug there, he made a hell of a career for himself. I mean, kind of a later round pick, and he was in my ear a lot through this process. Was a really good character guy and a real team guy for his teams as he was playing through his career. So definitely having a guy like that to lean on and talk to. I mean, he had this pretty much this whole draft process nailed down to what guys were going to go where. So I think just his eye for the game really helped me this year and allowed me to kind of just trust my game and who I was and just have fun with it. I mean, not to take it all for granted and really slow down the process and take it all in. So definitely having him there helped me and helped me find an interest for hockey at a young age as well.